Hi, Flosstube.
I'm Nancy.
And I'm Laura. And we are the Addicted Sisters. This photo is coming to you from 1967. And that's our little dog Chipper down there on the ground, rolling around trying to get our attention. Sweet little thing. Nancy is on my side of the picture, and I'm on hers.
We're always wrong-sided.
With my hands on my hips.
Got some attitude going there.
I suppose if you turned us around... no. Sorry. I'm trying to make it work.
No.
Just isn't happening. Okay, and there I'm...
Ready for the next.
Turn. There we go.
Okay. Take 3 now.
Yep. My husband is out getting rid of yard waste today.
Mine.
And he has
thankfully.
He has butt dialed us twice. And that interrupts our video. And so now I have called him and said, "Take the phone out of your pocket!"
And I could hear him going, "I'm sorry. I love you."
Oh, now the first time we were probably about 20 minutes in.
Yeah.
And I had already made Nancy cry, so if you see a lot of this, then that's why. And she probably won't cry as much this time. But
Hopefully
I still have the tissues out. So they're here if she needs them. So maybe I should turn them around, then that would help. But anyway.
How was your week?
Well, I'll tell about mine. You want to tell about yours first?
Okay. I have, I've had kind of a painful week this time. Monday, Tuesday were okay. I was stitching right along, got some done on my little Woolamina. And
Can't wait to see that.
Wednesday hit, and I don't know if it was pollen or what, but my eyes started watering. I started getting sleeper stuff all through them. So I couldn't stitch Wednesday. Woke up Thursday morning, and I had a major migraine. And it just, mine start like right here, and they wrap all the way around my head, around my ear, down my neck, and across my shoulder. And, so I stayed home Thursday, slept most of the day, stayed home Friday, same thing. And this morning, I got up, I woke up at 2:30, and my head was just pounding. It hurt so bad, and my neck was all stiff. So I got up and used Icy Hot. Cats didn't like it very well.
Cats hate wintergreen, yeah.
But, oh my gosh, it released that tension in the neck, and so it's released up here, and it's still there, but not near what I've had.
So weather-wise, Wednesday we had tornado warnings in our area. Yeah. And so our weather has just been all over the place.
That kills me.
Yeah. And I have spent the week with students at school map testing. And because they're map testing, there are kids in the school who only test in small groups or individually. And so when their class tests, they have to have someplace to go. So they've all been in the library, and because a lot of my ELL kids were down there, I went down there with my puzzle and set up shop, and I have been making puzzle all week. But kids have been all over me, and the only time that I've been away from them is during my lunch break. So it's, I love my kids, and I do great with them, but they're on me, showing me, "Is this the piece, Miss Landis? Does it fit here? Can you help me? Will you do this for me, Miss Landis?" And I'm like,
I was going to see if I could find the puzzle, because I think you
the
sent
one
me
we
a
finished?
picture of
I
it.
did.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the one that they finished.
Oh, goodness. Where's the light at?
Can you tap yours? Here, turn it slightly this way.
No.
No, yours doesn't tap, huh?
It doesn't. It's not going to look pretty for you.
I don't know if I can get back that far on mine.
Oh, I see the hole now in his face.
Yeah. We got to the end and we were missing 3 pieces. And the kids are so funny that they...
came right up on yours.
Yeah. They made... I don't know if you can see them. They cut out pieces of paper.
This one right on his little cheek there.
And they filled them in. so that we would not have holes. And what's funny is there was a spot right down here in this yellow stuff at the bottom. We had a hole, and we thought for sure it was missing. And there was one student who came over, and he kind of just looked down at our table, and he went, and plopped it right in. It's the only piece that he did.
Oh,
he didn't spend any other time with us. He's you know, kind of a quiet kid, and doesn't like being around a big bunch of them.
Funny.
And, yeah, just looked at it, saw it.
It's a beautiful piece. Of course, I love cats.
It was Leslie Ann Ivory, and it's called Ivory Cats because of most of the things that she did are cats. If you look her up, she has beautiful paintings and things, and she has a lot of them made into puzzles, and they're really, really pretty. Are you wanting to show your baby, and then I'll tell about my baby?
Yeah. Mine got a haircut this week because my little Sonny boy, because KJ plays with him, big old guy, and mats him all up. So Sonny got a haircut.
Yeah, there you go.
So he came in, and I keep calling him Puss in Boots because she left about this much up his leg. Looks like he has Uggs on.
And the little tip of his tail is so cute.
But KJ doesn't know him.
Oh, yeah.
And he keeps growling and is hissing and carrying on.
And Sonny doesn't care because he's so happy.
Yeah, he's just all excited. Oh, he's so funny.
He came in and was sitting on Nancy's lap earlier this morning.
He has not left me all week. He's just all over me. So, okay, tell about yours. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. So this week was a choir concert at school, and my son sings in choir. This is his senior year, and they did something kind of special. They always do a Pops concert, which is really enjoyable, but this year they decided to do it a little different, and there were two girls who wrote a script, just little vignettes that went in between each of the songs, and they had every choir on stage, and it was really cool. And they were the little vignettes talked about them from, you know, first entering school to graduation, and it dealt a lot with how the shootings in school have affected how they feel about things, and their safety and their learning. And it was really powerful. And the music that they used was mostly from The Greatest Showman.
That's fabulous.
That's wonderful music. If you haven't seen that, it is worth watching for the music alone.
Yeah, I'm not a big musical fan, but I did enjoy that.
It's not so much a musical as a movie with a lot of big production numbers, I feel. You know what I mean? It's not like, okay, Mamma Mia was a musical. They sing a lot of their dialogue, but The Greatest Showman, just, wow. And it's so positive. And the movie is not all totally positive, but the music is, I mean, you finish and you're just like, I can save the world. It's so good. But each choir was featured separately, but they had told the kids that they could join in and sing with anybody. So my son sings in men's choir, and you could see there were risers set in little clumps around so that the kids who weren't directly performing could be seated during that, and you could see them singing. So you could hear these little high voices up singing part of their song. And then the seniors every year get to do a tribute to someone who has been important to them, and they get a rose that they get to hand out. And they're supposed to have discussed that ahead of time so that whoever they're honoring... Well, yes, because they have everybody line up, because otherwise it would take a long time.
Yeah.
I mean, when you think about the number of seniors in choir, it's a lot of people. Well, my son did not discuss it with me ahead of time. He just surprised me. And Mr. Elam said, and Brendan would like to honor his mother, the lovely Laura. And I went up on stage, and, people are clapping the whole time that you're going up. But I got up there.
I hope you were dressed pretty.
I was in a skirt and a nice top. I'd been at school. I was sewing afterwards. I thought I'm not going to change, But I got up there, and Brendan had the best expression. He was just beaming.
Cool.
And Brendan
He's
is
such a sweet boy.
He is a sweet boy. He's very quiet and very introverted. I often wonder if he's my son.
How he got there.
Although I can be shy. But anyway, so we got up there and I just walked up and he held his arms out and gave me a big hug, gave me the rose, gave me a big hug. And everybody on stage knew, how private he is. And so we just heard, oh, from the whole group.
Cool.
And it was really, really sweet. And then, he gave me his arm to escort me down the steps and off the stage.
Nice.
So it was really sweet. So, but that was the night that the tornado warnings were coming. So we're at Winnetonka trying to get done. And yeah.
Oh my goodness. So that was Wednesday night?
That was.
Oh my goodness.
And normally their concerts are on either Tuesdays or Thursdays, but this was the day that worked. So it just...
Timing is everything.
Yeah. Okay, that was a long welcome, huh?
Yeah.
So, shout outs.
But it's because we did it 3 times, so...
That's it. So,
again.
Yeah, and the first time it just comes out.
Yeah.
And then you have to really think about, what did I say the first time?
Now I know what happens with Priscilla and Chelsea when they go, okay, this is take 7.
Yes. When the dogs interrupt them, and yeah. So shout outs. This week I have been catching up. I have been missing my my Flosstube friends because I've been sewing, I've been watching new people, and I should watch some more new people, and I will.
Yeah, me too.
But this week I finished up, I caught up with the backward stitcher, Sarah.
Hi, Sarah.
Hi, Sarah. And then she put one out. But I was already on to the next one, so I have not watched the latest one. But Sarah is just so sweet, and if you are not watching the backward stitcher, you need to go do it.
Yes, you do.
She does the most beautiful florals.
Oh my goodness, I can't believe them. They're like photos when she gets done with them, and I think she's mainly stitching on Ada.
For those, yes, I think some of them. I think maybe her Dimensions gold kits have linen,
some linen now
in them. So
I know she's bought some linen when she's gone to
yes. So you'll get to see a huge variety of projects, and she even tells you about she was stitching something for a teacher gift.
Yes.
And the color was wrong in the kit. And she had to rip out, and it's a pretty good
it was a
section.
ruffle on a dress.
You guys know that's a frog, right? Because you have to rip it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awful. Awful.
And we hope the frog has left her house now.
Yes, she did finish that piece, and you got to see it this time.
So. Oh, cool. Well, it was almost finished last time, and the ruffle looked so much better.
It did.
She must have.
She did that. She went. She took it all out and put in a color that she thought was correct.
And the bad thing is that what she's working on has a lot of back stitching.
Yes.
So I think she had even already back stitched it, which that just irritates me. So a lot of things irritate me. But anyway.
All of us.
Yeah. You should catch up with Sarah, the backward stitcher. Yeah. She is just the nicest, sweetest lady.
She really is. She really is.
She said she's waiting to see us again.
Uh-huh. Yep, we are too. We can't wait to see you again in June.
Mm-hmm. So June 9th, if you are in the Kansas City area, we are having our meetup again. We'll start out at CC & Company. I guess we should go to CC's today and tell them that we're coming on June 9th.
Kathy might appreciate that.
Yeah, yeah. So she gave us chocolate last time, so I think we need to tell her ahead of time.
Yeah, let's do.
But we'll start there, and then our friend Debbie has agreed to host us at her house, which she says is about 20 minutes away.
Yeah.
And it'll be a lovely setting at her house. And
seems like it should be farther away than that to me.
It does. But her husband, I think, has been commandeered to be out there manning the grill. And
he's going to be grill master.
Yes, and they'll provide burgers and dogs for us.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody else, we're just going to do. See, I think I got frogged up the last time. You want to tell
Same
again?
spot. Yeah, we want everyone to let us know if you're going to come, so that we know we have enough and there's enough space. And then everyone is to bring potluck, so we can all have something to share and go with.
And Debbie has lots of room.
Yeah, she does.
She thought through it really, really pretty quickly for us, and then firmed up a little later. Oh yeah, she'll have plenty of room for us. We just need an idea. I mean, she's got to be able to buy burgers and dogs and be ready for it. So bring your potluck item. The first one, I said I was going to bring deviled eggs, and I got a reaction. Like she can't bring anything else.
I can't.
So
that's what I take.
So maybe I'll take scotcheroos. And if you don't know what those are, you need to come and join our stitching group, and I'll have scotcheroos.
And I don't make those, so that would be good.
So
it's all about me, you know. It's all about me.
There you go. Otherwise, this week I caught up with Bindi Stitchy, Michelle Garrett, and I caught up with Just Keep Stitching, Pam and Steph. And there were some great finishes and things. And my daughter happened in when I was watching one where Stephanie was working on Nevermore. And it's really cool. And she's doing it differently. She chose dark fabric and stitched it all in orange.
Oh, how cool.
And my daughter looked at it and said, I would stitch that. Katie's been
stitching for a long time.
No, she's been too busy, and she's been out of things, and you know,
moving, and
yes, just too much. And she's noticed in her stash that she has almost all alphabets. And so she's not inspired a lot by her stuff, but she saw that, and I just loved it. I would stitch that. So I may have to find that Nevermore chart, because I don't think I have it. I think it's a Lizzie Kate.
I'm not sure.
Just from the look of it. It's real sweet. And anyway.
I have to look at it, because I had a couple, but I'm not sure if I have that.
Yeah, so, that was... It's a cute one anyway.
Yeah.
So that's who I watched this week. Did you watch anybody else?
With the head thing going on, I really didn't. I watched somebody new, but for the life of me, I can't think of who it was.
So when you go back and look at your queue, you'll remember, and you'll have to make notes, right?
Yeah.
You don't have your notebook this week, so you
didn't
really
even write it down.
Yeah. Okay. So that's pretty much it then for our shout outs, because we just were not watching new.
Nope.
We will get back to the new ones. New to us. New to us. You're not new. New to us.
Right.
We're still floobies, as they call us.
Flosstube newbies.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
And we didn't really have questions this week. We had a lot of comments. I think the way that I phrased what you should say for our drawing caused me a little grief. Because I asked you to just tell me about love and friendship, and we got some of the most wonderful posts.
Yes.
But I wasn't sure if you wanted to stitch the chart or not. So a lot of names went in here. If we draw your name and you did not want to stitch the chart, you just need to let us know, and we'll draw somebody else.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah, no big deal.
But it was fun. It was so fun. I think we need to do something like that when we do drawings, and just have them say something with it.
Yeah, that you like that. You want to stitch that or something.
So, but the couple that we have down, Ivy House Crafter said, didn't Jane Austen write something about love and friendship, maybe a collection of short stories? And so Nancy Googled it.
Yes, I did. And she did. She wrote in 3 separate notebooks between the ages of 11 and 18. She wrote some short stories about love and friendship. So you were right.
So that was good. We had that. I was trying to find this other one real quick just so I could get it right. This is it. The other comment that we wanted to talk about is Michelle, Bindi Stitchy, said, I can never remember exactly what you showed so that I can comment on. but I'm always left with a feeling of having had a great time and having hung out with really good friends. And she made a comment in there about Nancy's adorable little sheep too. But you know what? I'm glad Michelle said that, because that happens to me all the time.
Yeah. Yeah. You just are stitching away and,
Yeah.
you know, enjoying what they're doing, and you don't pay attention. That's why I have to stop it and go write it down, or, you know, put it on my Pinterest or something if I see something I want.
If I'm watching either on my tablet or on the television, I keep my phone with me, and like I will make multiple comments, or I will start a comment and I will just put my phone down and watch some more and add to my comment. But I do oftentimes make multiple comments just because.
Yeah,
I mean,
it easier.
if I don't do it right away, and I never have paper by me when I want it.
I liked the comment about the crown too.
About what?
The crown. That true friends are there to straighten.
Oh, I don't know that I remember that exactly, but anyway.
It was good. She said something like, true friends are always there to straighten each other's crown.
That's sweet.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing Michelle asked about is, she asked if there will be a hashtag for our Rosewood Manor Stitch Along. And while we have stuff out today, I will pull out my Rosewood Manor and I will go ahead and do that. But I think we are going to use hashtag RMSAL Addicted Sisters. So Rosewood Manor Stitch Along Addicted Sisters. And
Got that?
I'll try and remember and put that in our comments and our links down below. Okay. And I will try and get a picture up today just of maybe of my supplies or something. Yeah. And Nancy's supply. Nancy can post hers and tag it. Mine is Pattern Queen. I think it's fully Pattern Queen 3. Yeah. And Nancy has started an Instagram account.
I got confused today. I don't know what the heck I've done. So I might have 2 out there now. But but it's The Addicted Sisters.
Yeah.
So
with an S on the end so that you make sure you get the whole thing. Yeah, and the in front, because there are lots of addicted sisters out there.
And we don't know what they're addicted to.
And we don't want you led astray.
No.
So, but that's really kind of it. We had lovely comments about our about our hysterics last week.
Oh my gosh.
And, you know, that's how we are. We have a great story we could tell you about going through the line at McDonald's.
Let's not. I knew that's where she was going. I don't want to go there today.
And it sends us into such fits. Oh. But we'll have to tell that one day.
Wait till my head is completely calm.
That might relieve it.
Oh no. There's a lot of pressure in there.
So we'll have to talk about it some other time. But we will both be crying and in hysterics when we talk. We might have to take it 3 times just to be able to do that. So, okay. So next up, neither of us have a finish this week. We did not get things done.
I just barely have a stitch.
Mania started for me. So
you're pretty crazy in that.
Yeah, and I worked a little on a previous start, but I just didn't. And I wanted to get back to it because I'll explain it more when I get there. Anyway, so we have previous finishes.
Previous.
So mine, is that what the one looked like that you saw?
No, her.
Okay, so mine, come on, silly thing, and now it had to move again. Mine is Lizzie Kate's Forgive Quickly, Kiss Slowly, and I really like that one. I love the little border on either side.
Yeah, that's really delicate and pretty.
So one year I decided I would stitch this for my husband for either Valentine's Day or our anniversary. And I had found this Diva linen that I used to stitch Nancy's Valentine this year. See, I really like it for Valentine's Day because it makes something really cool.
Perfect.
But mine is done with just a really pretty creamy floss, and that's how mine looks. So it's basically the opposite of what she did. And look at this frame. This is just a regular, like, picture frame. But look at that. I love that it's kind of distressed and the edges are rubbed.
Yeah, it's kind of a shabby chic style.
Yeah, and then everything didn't have to be matchy-matchy, and it gave some dimension to go with this really bright. And this fabric needed something to work with it. I couldn't
strong.
Yeah, I really couldn't do a natural wood frame. And this is, you know, distressed in different areas. I think it even has a little line around.
The fabric is such color that it looks like velvet.
Yes. It is wonderful. And I don't think it's a color they sell a lot because you really have to think about what you want to do on it.
Yeah, I can see that.
What I would suggest is look how pretty one color looks. And if you are going to do a monochrome piece, get something like this Diva, and the other one is Discord is a really strong. This is from Picture This Plus.
I was just
Let me go there.
Ask you that.
The other one that I really love that's a strong linen is Discord. And it is a strong color. But again, if you're doing those monochrome pieces,
that makes them stand out. Be the show.
Yes. And, you know, like this is really, I mean, you get the sentiment no matter what.
Right.
But you get the added benefit of this beautiful fabric just forcing its way. It's not peeking out. It is forcing its way out of there. So
that's lovely.
Thank you. That's my previous finish. How about you?
Well, I pulled a couple of them because, you know, they're over in my stack. So this piece I finished, let's see when I finished it.
Last year.
I was going to say I didn't even put a date on. Oh, here it is. 2017. Yeah. So this is a walk through the woods.
A walk through the woods? In the woods?
In the woods. I think it's in the woods. And I don't know who it's by. Do you know who it's by?
Cricket Collection.
That's right. So you have to tell me if I get off screen because I can't see.
You're doing really well. And I think Nancy changed, it does say 2017.
Yeah.
I think Nancy changed something with her initials. I don't remember.
We split the date because it did have all of the date and then my initials. So Laura had the suggestion of putting the date, splitting it on either side of my initials, and that's what I did. So
it felt too heavy to have the big initials all together, I think was our problem.
But it just, I mean, crazy stuff through here. I love the bee, this crazy snail here. Look at those colors on him.
Yes.
And then that butterfly and the bird, they just pop.
So I can't wait to stitch that one because I think I need to do it now.
And I believe I used the called for colors, and then I just put it on this piece of Silk Weaver fabric, which is a solo, so that it wasn't even one of their, one that you could reorder from them, I guess.
It reminds me a lot of Days Gone By, I won't think of that for a few minutes, but it reminds me of that. No, not R&R. It's, I can't think.
I remember that's what you said. Oh, yeah, that's cute.
So Nevermore that I said a while ago while Nancy's folding that one. It is Lizzie Kate, and that's the pattern, and she did black linen and used bright orange and stitched it. Stephanie did. I think you can find her on Instagram. I can't remember what her name is. Not Etsy. You can find Stephanie on Instagram who stitched it. Etsy is a shop.
Oh, no, I thought you were talking about the...
No, that one I think was 1, 2, 3 stitch. But, you know, I'm sure you would have to look and see who still has Lizzie Kate patterns.
Right.
And maybe I'm going to be checking today and finding out. So, what's your other one?
The other one is The Way to Happiness. And I do not remember who designed this one either because it was a download that we bought.
It's not Jardin Prive. It's not... It's one of those, right?
Maybe... I don't know. But It's another long one.
We debated whether Nancy has shown this one or not. Even if she has, this one is so pretty. It's worth seeing again.
I just loved it. I thought the colors were gorgeous.
And I have this one also, and I need to stitch it because...
Am I at the end?
It's so pretty. Now you are.
Okay.
Look at that table.
Yeah, it's with my little teapot.
And the butterfly. That's so cute.
There's so many little things. The little sheep, the bunnies, the birds. It says the way to happiness. Keep your heart free from hate. Your mind from worry. Live simply. Expect little. Give much. Scatter sunshine. Forget yourself. Think of others.
Mm-hmm.
I love that.
Is that supposed to be a hedgehog? I can't decide.
It's L-I-V-E.
Well, the E's here.
I know.
But I just wondered if that was supposed to be...
I don't think so. I think that's just something extra she put up there.
It's just kind of cute.
But it's one that I have always loved, and I'm so glad I stitched it, and I know that I want to make it into a wall hanging.
Oh, kind of like your North Wind?
Uh-huh.
Okay, seeing this one makes me think, we already know what our next stitch along is.
And I'm frantically going, what is it? I don't know. She'll have to tell me later.
1, 2, 3.
She'll have to tell me later.
3 parts.
I got that, but I'm not thinking of it. Oh, I know what it is. It goes this way, though.
Yeah. And long.
Yeah.
But we already have help for that, too. We already know we can take care of that and accommodate it, so...
We just got to get through this one first.
Yes, we do. We haven't even started this one and we're already talking about it. Okay, next up is stash. I'm going to let you go first and we can talk about what we have for stash. We had a May Day. She's looking at me like, huh? We had
I went to the mailbox. It wasn't there. What are you talking about?
Oh, I love my sister.
Some days are a trial, let me tell you.
When she's having these migraine things, it's like having somebody who has lost her mind. Because
I have. It's been pulverized for days.
Okay, so this week, we in our closed group on Facebook, we had a May Day exchange.
Which was so fun.
Oh, it was really fun. And the what we asked people to do was to... make something. We didn't specify cross stitch. We said make something. Right. And, you know, of course, most of us are cross stitchers. And then you were supposed to just add a little something in for May Day. And we did have some fun, cute stuff.
Yeah, we did. A lot of cute stuff.
So I'm going to look up mine while you show yours. I'm going to look up what I sent while you show yours.
Okay. Well, I didn't bring in all of mine. I got mine from Barbara Lord. And she is probably the only person in our group who does not cross stitch.
She's a knitter.
Yeah. But she knows I love lammies. And look what she made for me. Isn't he adorable? It's got a big fuzzy curly body all over him. It's got a little N on him. And then in his ear he's got a little butterfly. Isn't he cute?
He's adorable.
She put him in blue because blue's my favorite color. And then along with this, she gave me a blue hydrangea, which I love gardening, so that was perfect. She gave me 3 tubs that all of these things came in. A whole tub of mound spiders.
Nancy's favorite.
Oh my goodness. And then I could have brought these in. She gave me 3 little bitty sheep, little bitty ceramic sheep. They're so
yeah,
cute.
I remember seeing those in your picture.
And then there was one container that she gave me that is tall, like a French vase that they use, you know, out in the garden. And so it's like this big. This much of it is candy. All sorts of chocolate. Oh my goodness sakes, it's lovely. Lovely.
I was trying to get mine to come up and I can't get it to turn because it's from Instagram and evidently Instagram doesn't turn.
Oh shoot.
But anyway, I sent mine out to Nita Sinclair. Hi Nita.
Hi Nita.
And her favorite color is peach. And so I found my linen doesn't show the right color. I think I showed most of this to you. But it's apricot linen, and I used a really pretty overdyed floss from Nancy Turner Victoria Motto. And mine is Belle Fleur from, let me tap that. Oh, of course. I was trying to tap it to make the screen. Maybe it'll turn now. There we go, look.
It's really, really pretty. That fabric behind is what she used as the backing on it.
Yep. And then Nancy had the idea for me to get some ribbon, and so we bought some organza ribbon, just sheer, and barely peach.
And then pinned it all the way through.
And then I bought some really pretty little beads.
Not pinned
You can see it on Instagram. I have it posted, and I have close-ups of the corners so that you can see what I did with mine.
And then my gal was Sue Wild, and this is what, oh goodness sakes.
When you get close, then it works. There you go.
That's what I sent to Sue. So I did that little love pillow for her. And over on the side there are some birds you can see in a picture. That's a stacked decoupage that I did. Well, now it's reflecting my washer and dryer. But anyway,
and then it went blank.
Off, so I guess you'd seen enough.
That's it. That's all you get to see. And I know you saw these as finishes from us when we did them. So what I got, Debbie Dewey had my name, and she made me, look at this little flower pot. And it is the cutest thing.
It really is.
Look at all that butterfly, and we can turn it around this way. I just love this.
It's cute.
It's like a little cupcake on top of that. It's so cute. And of course, Debbie and I both love purple, so she has a great color sense of purple. And then because we both love purple, she sent me 5 beautiful purple flosses. Look at those.
Nice.
I'm going to have something fun to do with that. And then she bought me this adorable little pair. I don't know that I have anything solid right here. How about this? This will work.
Here, well.
No, it's got stuff. This will work. Look at those scissors. Aren't they pretty? And I just think they're the sweetest little thing. She also bought me some dark chocolate with pomegranate.
Ooh.
They're gone. They were really, really good, and I totally enjoyed that. So thank you, Debbie. This is a lovely gift, and our exchange was so fun. We challenged the ladies to make videos.
Yes.
To
a few
post.
of them did.
And it was fun, and you could tell people were totally uncomfortable doing it and were not used to the idea of being on camera. If you have never been on camera, it is something to experience.
It's nerve-wracking when you start doing it. But I watched myself back and I thought, wow, I'm almost a pro now.
Yeah. And I did mine first thing in the morning and everybody was asleep. Yep. And my husband held the camera. So who knows what you saw behind me?
It was good. It was good.
You saw a bunch of my sewing, I'm sure, because wow, my house is like nonstop sewing at this point. But that was really fun.
It was fun.
And I think everybody is ready for another exchange.
Yeah, and I think we'll probably have more people next time because I think it showed how much fun it was. And, you know, it wasn't as scary to get in front of that camera.
And some people did just post pictures, and that's okay too. But it was fun, the people who decided to make, I think Nancy's lady, I haven't gotten to watch the video part of hers, but she shows us her poor leg from surgery.
Oh, yes. Oh, my goodness. It's so... Yeah. Felt so bad for Sue. She went into the hospital for surgery on the 1st.
Yeah.
So she missed her package.
But she got it later.
Yes, yes. So she finally showed us yesterday. She was back home and she got to see it. So we were happy for her to be home.
Yes. Okay, so next step, I'll hold this part. Okay. You want to show? We are going to do our drawing for Friendship's Love. And we, oh, I skipped. I'm sorry. I messed up.
Well, let me take it out.
Okay. So our previous drawings, I think we're almost caught up. I have not mailed Lisa Clark's yet, but I will get that out in the mail. That's the Magic Garden sampler. I have to pull your address again and get it, make sure I have everything together, and I will get it out the door to you.
Okay. This is the one that we're drawing for today.
And I think it's called Friendships Love.
Okay. By Victorian Motto Sampler Shop.
And I put anybody who made a comment about friendship or love, I put you in here. So it's very pretty. It does not come with the fabric, right?
No, but it does come with all the flosses.
So and it's a little confusing at first because what it says is DMC and a number, and it's not DMC floss.
That's Nancy's equivalent, DMC equivalent. These are all her flosses.
And you can tell that when you look at it because there are some of them that are really easy to see that they're variegated.
Well, yeah, and
so,
I can pull them out and show you if you'd like.
And oh my goodness, are they pretty. I mean, they are just, wow.
So you can see that those are variegated and they're not DMC flosses there. So,
which, nothing wrong with DMC.
No, but these
you're
are
getting Nancy's floss.
So we want to make sure you know that.
Nancy Turner's floss. So, and it was so lovely of Nancy to agree to let us go ahead and draw for this one.
Yes, I was so glad.
And we know Flosstube land that you have gone crazy for Nancy. And again, we said last week, but I'll say it again. This would be beautiful on Nancy's linen that is just barely blushed. It is the most luscious stuff. And I don't know what she does to her linen, if she just gives it a squeeze or what, but it is the nicest linen to work with. I stitched on 40 count linen.
Sorry,
and
I was looking for it and I can't find it.
I stitched on some 40 count linen and felt like I was stitching on something much bigger.
It's really beautiful fabric.
Lovely, lovely fabric. Okay, Miss Nancy. Your idea, you get to draw.
Okay, I think I have one.
Sandra's Stitches. Woo-hoo,
congratulations!
So, you have won the kit. So you just need to get a hold of us. You can PM us on here. You can PM us on Instagram, on Facebook, on whatever you can come up with. Yes, and if you contact both of us, peachy.
Yeah.
Because we know things slip through the crack.
Yeah.
Right, Vicki Hibbs? But I mailed your package. I mailed it, I want to say I mailed it Thursday. So it'll take a few days to get there, but it is on its way, and you'll have to see what we sent you from our stash.
Can't wait. Can't wait till you enjoy it. See if you enjoy it.
Okay, so what I skipped over
is our style.
It's our stitch along.
So we're doing 2 B's and ABCs by Rosewood Manor. Y'all remember that?
Yep. And remember that one of our stitchers said that she is that 2 B's and ABCs is a little big for her. So she is going to stitch something a little smaller. I was trying to see if I could find that because it was such a great idea. Who said that? It should be right here. Yeah, I can't find it. That's so funny because I wrote it down. I know I wrote it down and I'm not seeing it. Are you?
No.
That's funny. I don't even see Sal on this page, and I know we had it. Oh, well. It's okay.
But she is stitching something different. She's actually doing another one by Rosewood Manor and going to stitch it with us while we're doing this. Which I think is a great idea. Fantastic.
Have you shown your little Rosewood Manor pieces? Nancy did several of their freebie patterns, which I don't know if you can get those on their website. We collected them. We had one summer where like everywhere we went, they had a Rosewood Manor trunk show. And the cool thing about Rosewood Manor, if you find out that multiple shops in your area are having a Rosewood Manor trunk show, go to all of them.
Yes.
Because she tries to send different free patterns to each shop. And I had seen a trunk show at a shop in Plano, Texas, and I'm sorry I can't remember the name of the shop. And I had gotten 3D pattern from there, and then Nancy and I went to, I want to say we went to 3 that summer.
Yes. Yes.
And because I think it was at Picture This Plus and at Heart's Desire and definitely at CC's.
And it was at the one out in, that's gone now, in Overland Park.
Oh, To the Point.
Yeah.
Okay, so we had like 4 shops plus the one that I had previously gone to. And each one had a different free pattern
Which
for
is
us.
really cool. And they all kind of, all the ones that we got, they were
yeah.
all black worked.
And their flowers.
Yes, and they just went together so pretty. So I just kind of got them all in frames last weekend. I should have pulled them off and showed you.
Maybe we'll get Nancy to pull them off next week when we've all started our Rosewood Manor. But they would make lovely things for somebody who wants to participate but doesn't want the commitment of a big piece.
Yeah. Definitely
so
would.
Go out and see what you can find and have a good time with it. We're excited about that. So the next thing that we're going to talk about is I'm going to talk for a while. Like I don't ever talk. But this week started Mania.
You crazy ladies.
Really exciting for me because I love it. And I don't know if you remember, but I have chosen 15 different patterns, and they are by 15 different designers. And when I get to the 15th, there'll only be a couple of days before I'm supposed to start my regular monthly new start. So I may fill in those extra 2, because we're supposed to do it on the 18th. I may fill in the 16th and 17th because I saw a couple other things that I thought, oh, I didn't get them in there, and I need to do that. So first up this week is, and I didn't pull all the flosses out. You'll just have to see the flosses as I get to the colors.
As she progresses.
Yeah. But my first one is Blackbird Designs Strawberry Fields Forever. And I love this little piece. And I think it's going to be really pretty. And I am using, Nancy and I had been to Picture This Plus, and I found this Bashful Linen, which I'm guaranteeing you is not going to show up pink today.
Yeah.
Mine is 28 count.
Well, it kind of does when you're far back, yeah.
And I'm using a bunch of Vicki Clayton silks, things that are in my stash. But look how pretty that looks already. Where I filled in the bricks, that's all one floss color. And it it changes.
Yeah, that's really pretty.
It's really cool. So that's that one. And I am only using, okay, so the Vicki Clayton silks are heavy. I'm only using 1 strand on 28 count.
Wow.
So.
Are you doing it over 1?
No.
Well, I'm just asking.
I don't do a lot of over 1. I can do that. I just don't do a lot of it.
It's not my favorite stuff to do.
So my next one is Rise and Shine from La Di Da. Love this. I haven't decided if I'm going to do a wall pocket or what, but that's cute. And my fabric, I think, is from Picture This Plus. Kind of looks like maybe meditation to me. But this is what I have so far. 2 straight lines. Or two L-shaped lines. Woo! So, but that's the width of my piece. And it let me...
2 different colors.
Yes. Because there are 2 shades of blue and a yellow.
Now, see, I didn't see that on here, though.
No. It wasn't until I turned it over and then I went... Oh, wait. Yeah, I guess one of those is brighter than the other.
You gotta love those kind of patterns.
And the floss I'm using is Victoria Motto Sampler Shop, Nancy Turner's floss, because it's just yummy, and thought that would be fun. Then my next one, Nancy's really gonna like this. I'm doing Winter Samplers by the Prairie Schooler, and I am doing the Winter Sampler, the one right closest to you there. And I really have to tilt these to keep the glare off.
It says, in the dark gray days of winter, frosty wind made moan. Earth stood hard as iron, water like a stone.
Now, I've sung this as a song, and it's in the bleak midwinter.
That's too soft for what it says.
Frosty wind made moan. Yep. So I have this beautiful piece of linen from Silk Weaver, and floss that I'm using. I was trying to think. Oh, this is DMC. This is like DMC 3865. In fact, well, is that right? Is that what I wrote inside?
It's
inside. No, I'm using Victorian Motto for this. No, I'm using 3865 for this. And it looks like I'm using a mix of Gentle Arts and Victorian Motto and some DMC. Oh, and the whole time I have it down out of frame. This is the size of the
fabric,
piece.
isn't it?
So now, I know you can see that I am an inch away from the bottom. And I made this choice on purpose because otherwise I would not have had enough to do all three samplers on the same thing. But look how little that's going to be. I mean, that's...
Well, that's the same thing as my autumn.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
yes, they're all the same. I have the whole series.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do something close with it. I know that Drawn Thread, sometimes when you do their samplers, they do, I can't think what the stitch is, but they do finishing along the edge so that you would turn it under and stitch. And if I do that, I am going to find some floss that will just pretty well match this fabric and just finish it that way. And then I can mount it or do whatever I want. But I'll change my mind 100 times between now and then.
Don't we always?
My original vision is that I will make them all pillows.
Oh.
Because they would be kind of fun, tall pillows that I could set out.
Mm-hmm.
And then yesterday's pattern was from All Through the Night, Folk Art Designs with a Bit of Whimsy by Bonnie Sullivan. That's so cute.
Yeah.
And this one is called Use What Talents You Possess. Now, look at that.
I like that one.
I love the verse. Use what talents you possess. The woods would be silent if no birds sang there except those that sang best. And that's so sweet. Well, I have a piece of fabrics by Stephanie. I can't tell you what color. I think, I don't remember what it said. Let me get this out of the way. I'll put it on the back. That'll work. I do this all the time, don't I? Not for a while, because I've been better. So, I didn't start stitching until about 10 o'clock last night. And I stitched a couple hours.
You started right in the middle of the piece, didn't you?
I did start in the middle because there's not a good edge to start from on this. I mean, it would have taken a lot of counting and figuring out. And I checked my borders, and I have plenty of fabric, but I think I only left myself a couple inches on each side. So I wanted to make sure I got it there. But this floss, and I don't think it showed really well, and I don't think you can see that either. It is, I'm using Vicki Clayton Silks. Oh, no, I'm not. I'm using, we chose these out there. These are Gentle Arts and Weeks.
I can see the color difference.
When I hold it like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really cool. And
it's like a brown and a burgundy brown or something.
It's very woodsy.
Yeah.
And, that's kind of what I wanted to go with this. So I'll be excited to get to the birds. But, I felt like I made pretty good progress for starting at 10 p.m.
Yeah. I was already in bed, Laura.
And so next up on Stitch Mania, today I will be stitching Sweet Spring from Satsuma Street. And tomorrow is Flower Boxes from the Drawn Thread. Oh. I've had that for so long. I'm so excited to start it. Monday the 7th, I will start the 2000 Collector's Heart from Heart in Hand Needle Arts.
Huh.
Needle Arts? Needlework. Heart in Hand, anyway. And I have several of those kits, those yearly kits, and I've done a couple, but I'm excited about that one. It's got the little charm that's long, the little button that's long. Has 3 hearts on it.
Oh, fun.
And then on Tuesday the 8th, we will start 2Bs and ABCs.
Really? Is that when we get...
Yay!
Mine's kitted.
Where are you starting?
Probably at the bottom.
Are you? I'm trying to decide.
Because I want to do that pretty flower.
Yeah, I can't decide if I'm starting there or at the top.
I usually start at the bottom of things.
Me too. So, then on Wednesday, I am starting the Ackworth Friendship book from With My Needle.
Oh, good.
And I'm doing it on the blue because Ellen Chester said that I could, and it's her design. So that's what I'm doing, and I am excited to start that. I'm thinking, what day? I said that's Wednesday?
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking that we're packing boxes that night. So I don't know if I'll have a ton of time, but I was hoping maybe I would finish one of the little
squares.
Yeah, one of the little book pages. Then on Thursday, I'm stitching Green Tree from Carriage House Samplings, and I'll be excited for that one too. And Friday, I will stitch Friendship from Bright Needle. That's the one that I had the one skein of gray Needle Necessities that's now Threadworks that I had in there forever. Don't know, just that one. So kind of funny that that's all I had in there, but and that one will be a really sweet one because it's got the verse about the road to the house of a friend is never long.
Oh, yeah.
Or the road to a friend's house, however they put it.
That's pretty.
So it'll be fun. And, you know, I like having things started, but I hate starting things. So I like to have a lot of whips to choose from, but I hate to start them all. And I want to be able to... I want to be able to get to things and get them finished.
Ah, okay.
So, okay, then we're up to current projects and plans. I'm going to let Nancy talk and I'm going to take a break.
Well, I did not, like it, you know, I didn't stitch very much this week. So I worked on Wilhelmina, which I think everybody knows this one.
Everybody voted for that one.
Yeah. It's Plum Street Samplers, Jack's Sweet Shop. And I didn't get a lot done.
Oh, is it sweet?
So this is what I got done.
Look how
I got
cute.
Wilhelmina in there, and then I've started on a couple of the little flower thingies.
That's so cute.
So I discovered I'm missing floss.
No.
I don't have pine needles. Remember, that was the one that nobody had. Every time we'd look, nobody had it.
Well, if we go out there, we can look for that.
Yeah, we'll have to look again.
They have a pattern in for me, so I really want to go.
I think I have everything else. I just haven't gotten there.
Okay.
So
my other one, I kept telling you guys that in April I started, you know, I do the Stitch Mania Start Something every month on the 18th, and I kept telling you I had started it and hadn't brought it and shown you, so it doesn't have a whole lot done, but it's, you know, it's started, so that's good. So I am doing, I think this one is just called the April Sampler.
sorry.
I've previously stitched this one on blue, and I really loved it. And look, the bunny is white in that one. So now I am stitching this one, the April Sampler. And I'm doing it on what I think is Apple Blossom, because that's a linen that I really like. And that's like a standard Zweigert color. I think that's right. It is the loveliest thing because it can go pink. It can go peach.
I can see that.
It's, I mean, it is just a wonderful, thank you, cat hair. Yeah. My cat.
Right in the middle.
Let me tell you, my cat is so thrilled because I'm finally sitting down and stitching again. She has parked on my lap every night because I don't sit in my spot when I'm sewing.
Yeah.
And she'll jump up by me and go, meow, meow. She's just so beautiful. But anyway, oh yeah, my top behind this looks great. Ooh, that hurt. I tried to catch it when she dropped it.
Oh, and I jammed my fingers on me. And that's my one finger that has really bad arthritis. We'll
Where'd
get
it
it
go?
later.
I was going to put it behind this. Okay, so, yeah, that's not terrible. So there it is, Apple Blossom Linen, and I have the entire box outlined. And this was the funniest piece of fabric. It made me think of Chelsea. because it had all these little notches and things cut out of it.
Oh.
And so
how they use that one
yes,
huge
and
piece.
she
And
starts, and she says that Priscilla kind of grumbles at her a little because she gets too close to the edge.
Yeah.
Well, this was just like that. It just had all these little notches out where I've done all sorts of little projects, or it could be one that I bought out at Cece's because they cut by the inch.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, I found this little spot and I thought, I bet it would fit, and this will definitely be a pillow because I think that's a nice size, don't you?
Or it could do a flat fold.
You want me to learn how to do something new? Ooh. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, it's really sweet. I love it. I obviously did not get a lot done. And
you got quite a bit done on that. You got that whole frame in.
Yeah, the frame, it's nice to have that in.
Yeah.
And I really think on this one, I am using DMC except for the bunny, where I am going to use, I have a Weeks Dye Works, I think it's bark that I'm going to use. I'm going to try it and see if it's too dark, but I wanted my bunny to be special in the piece. And all the rest of it I think is beautiful the way it is.
Yeah, it really is.
So that will...
I love that little flower head.
Oh, they do. I'll show you what she's talking about. Here, we can look at the one up here in the corner. She's talking about the pink one.
On top.
Isn't that pretty? And they do such good flowers.
Kind of reminds me of a Dutch bloom.
Yeah.
Which, speaking of, Jamie won Michelle Bindy's drawing this week.
Really?
Yeah.
For which one?
She got a set of Dutch blooms.
Oh,
Dutch prints.
So
she was
fun.
so excited. I don't think Bindy knows. I don't think Michelle knows that Jamie Nettle is my daughter-in-law.
So that's coming to your house, and we get to show it next week, right?
Yeah.
We get to show Jamie's stash as well as ours. So my plan this week is to do those Mania starts that I told you about. But my goal with these 18th starts has always been to finish 1 month before I get to the next month.
That's good.
So I will be probably frantically pushing on that one. And you'll see a lot more starts from Mania like you did this time, where there's just a little bitty bit.
Yeah, well.
But I have this weekend and next weekend.
God, I love that bunny.
Yeah. And all the eggs. That's okay. And look, they pulled this out and did it.
Cute.
And wouldn't that look cute in my 10 type box?
Yes.
Yeah. But anyway, so I have a couple of weekends, and I don't feel so bad splitting projects and doing more than one on the weekend.
Yeah.
Although we spend quite a bit of time doing this with you guys, especially when my husband butt dials us and interrupts us. Ooh.
But at least the third one we got all the way through here now. Oh.
Do you have something else you wanted to show and talk about?
No.
She's thinking of something here.
Our music.
Oh, she's getting ready because we know we're like at the end.
Yeah.
So what do you plan to do this week, Miss Nancy?
Well, today's 5th, so I'm going to work on Wilhelmina a little bit and see if I can get some more of her in. And then on the 8th, we start the Stitch Along, so that's what I'll be working on.
Woohoo! And I don't know if we can get together on the 8th or not, but maybe we'll both post on Instagram and show and remind you and whatever. You know, maybe we'll do a pop-up video and...
Oh, my.
Maybe you can do one by yourself this week.
Oh, my.
Get Jamie, show Jamie on camera. So, anyway, with that, so go. She's Nancy.
And she's Laura.
And we are the Addicted Sisters.
Sisters.
Hope you have a great stitching week. Get a lot done.
Yep.
Pull out something and join us for the Stitch Along.
Along.
Even if it's not our Rosewood Manor
Right.
piece, we'd just like to have you with us.
Yep. Everybody have fun.
Bye.
Bye-bye.